Hey everyone, today I wanted to bring a story to you about a guy by the name of Alonzo Brooks. Alonzo Brooks went missing one day after attending a party with some friends. None of the friends had seen Alonzo ever since. Let's take a look. Alonzo Brooks, 23 years old, attended a party with his friend who was going away to the military. The friend decided to have a party one last night before he left for his services. Alonzo received a ride from the friend and they attended the party together. They were going to meet a couple of other friends there, but Alonzo didn't know all the people that was at this party. When they got to the party, Alonzo and his friends were having a great time. They decided to go ahead and have some drinks, dance, laugh, talk to women, and have fun. But Alonzo noticed that people were calling him the N-word and different type of racial slurs. Alonzo didn't realize that he was the only black guy attending the party that night. After having a couple of more drinks, Alonzo's friend went to the store to get some cigarettes. About an hour later, the friend had called back to speak to the other friend named Adam, and he told Adam that he was lost and he could not find his way back to the party. He then asked Adam if he would take Alonzo home since he couldn't make it back to the party. At that moment, Adam turned around and said that he had no longer seen Alonzo, and therefore he was driving home without him. Adam told the friend, "Why would you leave Alonzo 1 hour away from where he lived at and didn't come back and pick him up? Now no one can find him and everybody is going home." Well, they informed his parents that they couldn't find him after a month.
After 16 years, a Kansas family is one step closer to finding out what happened to their missing son. Alonzo Brooks was 23 years old when he disappeared back in 2004. He'd attended a party with friends near Racine, Kansas, but never made it home. His body was found weeks later. His death was never solved, but rumors at the time suggested he may have been killed because of his race. KCTV5's Nathan Vickers is live at the federal courthouse in KCK this evening. And Nathan, investigators announced that the FBI is now getting involved.
That's right, Brad. For years, we've had so many questions about this case, but no one has ever spoken up. The FBI is hoping that a $100,000 reward will encourage people to come forward and bring answers to the Brooks family. Now, they were here today, too, and told us it's been a long and difficult 16 years.
They found Alonzo's boot on the side of the road as they were headed towards the house. The parents had called the homeowners to see who was having the party. Was it their children, someone that they know, or themselves? The house was for sale, the homeowners told the parents, and it was rented that night for the party. So they didn't know who was in the house that night, and they didn't have any information to share with the parents. The parents pulled up at the house anyway, and as they started to get closer to the house, again, they found the boot of Alonzo. They found other items that belonged to Alonzo, like a t-shirt and clothing that he was wearing. That led them to get out of the car and walk around the house to search and see if they could find anything about Alonzo. There was a lake in the backyard. When they walked back there by the lake, there was a decomposing body floating in the water back there. That body turned out to be Alonzo Brooks. After a month of searching, the police officers said that they did never see his body in this lake, and that led people to believe that the body was placed there after the fact. but the police said that they've searched there, and according to the autopsy, the body was there for 30 days.
Every day, every birthday, holidays, what happened to him? We'd like to know.
At the time, local police ruled Brooks' death suspicious. He'd been one of just 3 black people at a party in rural Kansas near Lacine. Witnesses reported racial slurs, threats, and fights targeted at Brooks that night, but an arrest was never made.
I just want justice for me and my family, all of us, to know what happened to my son.
Today, Brooks' family gathered with federal officials to announce that the FBI would reopen the cold case.
Clearly an injustice. We need to find an answer.
U.S. Attorney Stephen McAllister said he began reopening the case last year after filmmakers approached him. Netflix is launching an Unsolved mystery series covering Brooks' death in July. And a filmmaker with local ties has been gathering interviews with family.
We just didn't know what to do.
McAllister says in the process of reopening the case, investigators have discovered new information that could help bring closure.
There have been positive developments. It's not just rehashing old ground.
Brooks' parents have been left to wonder what happened that night for 16 years. They're hoping a witness will come forward after more than a decade of silence.
I'm very grateful that the FBI is stepping in now. We thank you.
At the end of the day, nobody knows what happened to Alonzo. His body was in such a position where as though you could not tell if he was choked or strangled or shot or stabbed or anything of that nature because the body had been floating in the water for so long. People are speculating that the body was placed there afterwards while the police believe that it was there the whole time. Thanks for watching. What do you think happened to Alonzo Brooks?